James from Staten Island. I was reading through some old news about WWF house shows in 1996, and I remember reading about a show called WWF Xperience. One of the matches listed was Undertaker against Mankind in a casket match. We've seen those two have several gimmick matches, but I don't ever recall seeing them in a casket match. Do you know anything about this show, and did this actually take place? Well, today's your lucky day. Not only did it take place, Mankind and The Undertaker actually had a series of casket matches between July and September of 1996. They never aired on TV. It was all house shows. It was all live events. This one in particular was from a show called WWF Xperience from August 24th, 1996, CNE Stadium in Toronto. There have been rumors over the years that this was the first ever iPay-per-view produced by WWE, and it aired online. To the best of my knowledge, that is bullshit. I have found no evidence that that actually happened. I'm not even sure how the show would have streamed in 1996 on a dial-up connection. Very slowly, I would assume. I mean, it would take 30 seconds just to load a picture back then. Forget streaming an entire show. I don't see how that would have been possible. It would have been more of a slideshow. That's what it would have been. It would have been a slideshow. What it was a giant house show. The X in the Xperience name represented 10, as in 10 years since WWE last ran that building, which was in 1986, for the big event, which I believe the big event might be on the WWE Network. That was the show that was headlined by Hulk Hogan against Paul Orndorff in the main event. That show had almost 70,000 people in the building. It was like a WrestleMania. 10 years later, they were able to get, I think for this they had about 20,000 or so, which for that period of WWE had to be considered good. It was a sold show, so they were paid in advance to put the show on, so they already got their money. It was part of this thing called the CNE Fair in Toronto, which explains why they were able to probably get 20,000 people in the building if they had a giant fair going on. I remember seeing pictures in the WWF magazine from the show, specifically Shawn Michaels wrestling Goldust in a ladder match. They did the spot where Goldust pulled down Shawn's trunks and you could see his bare ass. I mean, anyway, so it was a ladder match for the championship. They had still shots in the magazine of it. On YouTube, the only thing that you'll find is actually video of that ladder match. So if you want to watch the Shawn Michaels Goldust ladder match for the title, it's like 17 or 18 minutes. You can find it. It's not the greatest quality. It's fan cam, but it's on YouTube. However, I have a treat for all of you. You can watch the full show, or nearly the full show. I think it may be missing the first two matches. But you can watch the full show online right now. I'm sure WWE, they must have filmed this. Maybe one day they'll end up adding it to the network as a hidden gem. Maybe. I mean, the whole Bret Hart, Tom McGee thing. It took somebody else getting the footage and probably threatening to put it online for them to actually put it on their own network finally. Maybe they get wind of this and they'll finally add this to the network too. But you can watch it online right now. This is the only way that you can see this show. It is fan cam footage. So it was shot. This is the difference, I guess, between something like this and the Bret Hart, Tom McGee thing. The Bret Hart, Tom McGee thing, that was shot by WWE. And it had commentary, I think, from Monsoon and Heenan. This was not shot by WWE. This was a fan cam video of the entire show. And I will say that for fan cam footage, I know that turns some people off. Oh, it's crappy quality. You know what? For being a handheld, it's pretty good quality for a fan cam. There's a little bit of shaky cam at times, but not nearly as much shaky cam as you'll see today on WWE television. It's got a Jim Cornette, Jose Lothario match that doesn't go very long. There's a lumberjack match between Psycho Sid and Vader with members of the Toronto Argonauts football team as lumberjacks wearing their uniforms. Yeah, I saw an Argonauts game once. I was actually at Skydome. Inside Skydome, this had to be, I'm thinking 93 or 94. I saw a Toronto Argonauts game. In fact, I still have my ticket stub laying around here somewhere. So that was kind of interesting, seeing the Argonauts on the outside of the ring for the lumberjack match. There's a match between Stone Cold and Mark Marrow. And the Undertaker Mankind Casket Match in question is on there. And the ladder match with Shawn and Goldust. It's pretty rare stuff. Pretty rare stuff. This, from what I understand, this video may have been years ago on YouTube. And it was quickly taken down, or the account that it was under was terminated, and so the video vanished. But it has since found a new home on a different server. You will not find this show on YouTube. I will link everybody to the video on my Twitter page as soon as I am done recording, so @Solomonster is my handle. If you want to watch it, I will link to it.